I know my pussy a trap. He can't hit from the back. He gon' try to keep it in, but I don't play like that. Where the fuck is the money? I wanna fuck in the bank. He tryna trap a boss bitch. He want a baby with dank. Nigga, get the fuck out of my face. You ain't no hell can show my love. All of your niggas be showing me love. I know I'm ready. Let's keep it a bud. Hit it tomorrow. Hit it today. Nigga, you really gon' nut in my way. Nut on my face, maybe nut on my.
This is why people want to hate me. This is why the black community will always be fucked. I'm gonna preface this. I whether you believe me or not, I do care about the black community. I care about black people. I've dated black women, black friends, all the shit, right? But this is the problem. This is the shit. This is the thing where you hear a lot of black people say, "Oh, the black community, black people aren't a monolith." But here's the thing: where this is a double-edged sword. How the black community wants to be so represented, okay? That honestly, they are very active in media, right? All forms of media, all forms of entertainment, movies, TV, commercials, social media, all these things. They're very active in it. They're highly represented in it. But the problem is, guess what's represented? That is the most represented image of the black community out of any kind of other image. This is the problem where you don't want to be grouped in. You don't want to be a monolith. But this is the problem where that's how media works. That's how entertainment works. It builds the stereotypes. It creates the monolith. And because there is no counter programming, no counter, counter imaging, that's what you get. Even Tyler Perry pretty much promotes that. They promote those kind of images. You get the women like this, like highly obese, highly sexualized, talking about money, talking about taking Plan B, being very ghetto, being in front of a KFC. It's like you're hitting every negative imaging of the black community, and there's no care about it. It's supported. It's not really shamed. It's not heavily shamed. Like seriously, the black community as a whole should be like dogging it, should be shaming it, but it's not. It doesn't. It's like people promote it. I saw another woman say, "Oh, I never would tell women what to do with their bodies. I would never hate on women." What she does with her body, I don't want to. But this is the thing where you being part of the sisterhood does what for you? It only impacts your community negatively. You should be shaming women taking Plan Bs like it's Skittles. You should be shaming that shit. You should be shaming people like popping their thought like it's like. You should be shaming, because if you weren't, that is what you get. This is what you're promoting. This is the culture that creates the monolith. This is the culture that is portrayed out to the rest of the world. Now, if you don't care how the world views you, fine. But the problem is, if the world views you like that, it will treat you like that. And then you don't see the circle, right? You don't see the cycle where if you don't care how the world views you, and the world treats you how they view you, yet you complain about how the world treats you, well, you're not breaking that cycle. You're not breaking that cycle because, like I said, you don't care how people view you. You don't actively care. You don't actively try to make a change. Actively try to make a better image. This is the thing where, in all honesty, let's say the Asian community, they're not trying to. They saw the negative views of Asian people. You don't see Asian people that often in social media, in media. Period. Plus, you don't see Asian people trying to portray the negative sides of their culture, because that is not something that you want to promote. You don't want the rest of the world viewing those negativity and then treating you because of those negative images. So this is the thing where you see that with pretty much all groups of people besides the black community, besides black Americans, even let's say even Africans, they don't even, what I believe, right? I mean, I could be wrong, but even Africans don't want to promote negative images of themselves. Only the black community is fine with it, because as long as they can get, a buzz, go viral, make money from it, they don't give a shit how the world views them or how the world views their community thanks to their actions. I just think it's disappointing and sad.
I'm the only baby mama that has 2 kids by him. We're not even gonna count how many baby mamas he has. To that point, 15 kids, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And of the 15, 2 are with Miss Session, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that means the other 13 are 13 babies mamas, or 12. What we got going here?
12.
12 baby
Yes,
mamas.
ma'am.
So, and what I was interested in was you have 1, 2, 3, 4 kids that are the same age.
Yes, ma'am.
So they were all born in the same year. 4 different mamas.
Yes, ma'am.
You busy?
I was. I mean, at one point I was.
Okay, I'm gonna preface this. I'm gonna trigger you. I'm going to trigger you. The black community has no right to complain about white people, to complain about racism, to complain about systemic racism. The black community has no right to complain, because you know what's actually hurting the black community? Shit like that. Shit like that, because there's no community. There's no community. There's just a bunch of single mothers. There's a bunch of single mothers and degenerate men. So there is no community. Like, this is the thing. You are throwing rocks at a glass house. You have, I know I'm gonna hate for this, so I'm gonna, whatever. You cannot be complaining about how the white man treats you, how systemic racism, or how society treats you. The past, you cannot bring the past. When in 2025, shit like this is happening. The black community has the highest rate of single motherhood. They don't care about family. And here's the thing, because you don't care about families, you are creating broken homes. You're creating how, the lowest financial, status in the black community is black families. They're at the bottom. You can't complain about how people treat you. You can't complain about money. Honestly, what can you complain about when in your own community, you guys are making yourself suffer? This is why, I hate the thing where, we're not a monolith. Really? Because here's the thing, you as a community are putting yourself down, bringing yourself down. Right? You as a community are destroying yourself, are bringing yourself down to the bottom. And then you complain about the white man pushing you down. No. I'm gonna be blunt. It's not the white man that's making you have 12 baby mamas. Okay? No man, right? Especially a man like that, I doubt he's supporting those kids well. So really, what is he doing? He is creating the next generation of single mothers, the next generations of baby daddies. She is creating the next generations of single mothers, next generations of baby daddies. How can you, and it's like, the most educated, right? The thing. You thought it was logical to be the 11th, the 12th baby mama? Right? You thought that's logical? This is the thing where, this is the thing where I said, you know what? I think you guys should be a monolith. So you guys could rein it in, right? Check that shit. I mean, like, seriously, in the Asian community, we shame that shit. You know not to do that shit. You know that, you know people will be always on your case. If you got baby mamas all over the place, if you don't take care of your kids, if you're a deadbeat. But no, the black community, they essentially celebrate it. Why would I say you celebrate? Because here's the thing, you're the 11th, the 12th baby mama. You don't care, right? It's fine. It's fine for me to get pregnant by this deadbeat man who has 11 other baby mamas. It's sad. Yeah. That's why I said there's no right to complain about the white man.
Men be out here talking about, I see why my dad left my mama. I see why my dad left my mama. These females always arguing. They always got an attitude. They always this and this and that. I see why my dad left my mama. Okay, but why did he leave you? You see why he left your mother, but why did he leave you too? Quickly!
Because he's a shitty father. Two things can be true at once. This is the thing where, and she's definitely not proving any kind of point of why men are leaving shitty women. With how she's dressing and how she's acting. Here's the thing. Is that really a reflection on him? On the kid? No. No one's saying that the fathers are amazing men. No. It's saying that you, as women, pick shitty men. Right? Pick shitty men to, who would be shitty fathers. And then you couldn't even keep these shitty men. Again, it's women. I can see, this is the thing where it's like, it's literally no accountability. It's like, yeah, your son can see why he can't stand the mother. Okay? And one, he can't stand the mother, and he's a shitty father that he, couldn't even handle his responsibility as well. So really, two things can be true at once. This is the thing what women don't understand. You are not helpful. You're not doing anything in benefits. Where, one, you are a shitty person to begin with. Okay? These women are shitty people. They're argumentative, they're aggressive, they are essentially terrible partners. And then they pick terrible men to give kids to. It's at the end of the day, it's still a reflection on the woman. You chose that man. You chose that man that you couldn't stick with, and you thought he was a good, beacon to be a father. I also want to say this. Now, I don't condone this. I think a good man is part of being a good man is being a good father. So I think you should take any kind of opportunity to, be in your children's life. But this is the thing we don't talk enough about. Women make it hard. Women make it being in their children's life very hard. And then you wonder, you should still want to be. This is a thing where only women don't understand it. Okay? Because they keep on saying it. They have the freedom to choose whether, pro-life stuff, right? Whether they can abort or not. But they can't understand the men's mentality where if you are going to make my life hard being a father, why do I want to do it? as much as I support being a father, right? Being a good father, no one understands the why. It's like, why would you want to be a father when it's going to be hard? Where, you can't see your kid when you want to see them. You can't decide how to raise your kids. It's like you're just a backseat father, right? And it's like, who wants to do that? Who really wants to do that? Who wants to, to be in your child's life? But it's hell, right? It's hell being in your child's life. Again, I'm not condoning it, but no one gives it an understanding that this is a thing where for women, no one is making their life hard for them to be a mom. Okay, you get to see your kid when you want to see them. You get to decide how to raise your children, right? You get to spend the time you want with your children. Your children are not distant to you, because you have your children most of the time. So being a mother, right? No one is making your life hard being a mother. It is crazy that we make being a father hard. Okay, with the court system, with how women weaponize children, you make it hard to be a father. So I can understand how certain fathers just give up. Okay, fine, I'm done. As I'll be the villain. I'll be the villain in this child's life, because at the end of the day, I don't want to go through all these hoops, do all this effort, and I'll still be the villain in this child's life. It makes no sense, right? It makes no sense that I'm gonna go through all these hoops, I'm gonna make all this effort, and I'll still be the villain in this child's life. So if I'm gonna get the same results, then fuck it. I might as well just go live my life. I understand that.
Because I don't got time to figure out which white people are nice, which white people aren't racist, or da-da-da-da-da. I have to go on the actions of the group.
Right.
The group as a whole and the history of that group as a whole tells me that they are a danger to me and they are not to be trusted.
Right.
And if you can understand that as a black man and your stance towards white people, then you should absolutely be able to understand women's stance towards you.
With the logic, with this is the thing where I love the internet. I love social media. Because if you want to prove something, you have visual proof. You will have visual proof. If you agree with it, what he just said, right? Please just think about this. If you agree with what he just said, you can't tell the good white people from the bad white people. So you just have to pretty much generalize them all, right? White people are racist. It's not because all white people are racist, but you know what? You can't tell which one is the good ones, so you generalize them, right? Okay. If you agree with that, understandable. If you can understand that point of view, please say it now. You understand it. How can you not understand how white people do it? How white people think? Look at this.
Police are looking for 14 people accused of beating and robbing a couple on the Red Line. It happened on May 7th on a train that was in the Printers Row neighborhood. Police say the young men and women displayed a knife and used pepper spray on the couple while taking their property.
So if you don't have time to figure out who's the good or bad people, right? Or good or bad, who are the good or bad white people. So you would treat them all the same, right? You would judge them by their history or what you see, okay? What you believe. How can you, right? If you believe that, how can you not understand how white people go about things? How the world judge the black community? Because this is the thing where I'm more talking about the hypocrisy of it. I'm not talking about, white people right, black people wrong. No. I don't give a shit about that. I'm talking about the hypocrisy. How can you, if you are a logical human being, okay? You understand, you can't figure out who are good or bad white people. And then you want to judge the whole race on their history or how they view their history or whatever. Guess what? You are no different than the white people you complain about. Because here's the thing. White people think the same. They don't have time to figure out who's the good black people, who's the bad black people, who's the ghetto black people, who's the not ghetto black people. They don't have time. So they will judge you on your history, on, your music, what represents your community, your music, the entertainment you see, the news you see, right? What is pushed out there thanks to entertainment, TV, social media. So this is the thing where what I'm saying is that it's the hypocrisy, where I believe we should judge people on the individual. I believe so. We shouldn't blanket everyone. But here's the thing. Most black people think like that, right? So guess what? Most white people also think like that. So this is the thing where I had a lot of backlash with my the Madison Prep video, where I showed just a bunch of black students dancing, during a graduation ceremony. Well, this is the problem what I'm talking about. If you wanted to be treated the same, well, guess what? You have to act the same. And I'm not promoting that we should be acting the same as everyone else. No, individuality is great. Being different is good. But the problem is the white and black thing, people are complaining about each other. right? You complain about being racism. Well, guess what? You are different. We act differently, so people will view us differently. That's the thing. And no matter what side of the spectrum it is, black people will treat white people the same if they were in reverse, right? If the situation was reversed, black people would treat them the same because black people think the same. I just showed it. I just showed the examples of you would think this. You would be the exact same people because you think the same. You think the same in that regard where, okay, you know what? Since you guys are different, since I've seen bad things, right? What I perceive as a bad look on you, right? As a group, right? You white people or whatever, you've done bad things, or I don't agree with everything. So I'm going to treat your group as your racist group or your bad group. Well, white people are doing the same shit. Oh, I don't. You know what? Since I see you guys are different, since I see you guys, violent, whatever, I'm going to treat you guys differently. This is the thing where we got to understand. We got to take a step back and see that. Wow, we are actually. That is the things that are wrong with us, okay? Where we want to see the differences, focus on the differences. We want to focus on the bad parts. We want to blanket statement everyone, and these are the outcomes we get. Where we need to take a step back and actually think about it logically, make it make sense, but we don't, and we make things harder for ourselves, right? So, but I don't know. I just think it's funny that you can have that statement, you can say that statement, and it makes sense to your community. But if it was a white person who said it and did that all in reverse, you would call it racist. I mean, the hypocrisy.
I hate when people talk about black women being obese. I hate it because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
This is the problem when women lack accountability. You blame everyone but yourself. This is a thing where, vegetable seeds are cheap. You can grow your own shit. You can have a little pot. This is the thing where I hate this thing where modern day racism is so stupid and delusional. It's just now you're blaming everyone for your problems but yourself. You blame everyone for making you fat instead of, you choosing to eat how you eat, you choosing to be inactive. This is the thing where I don't blame others for how I look. I don't blame others for my inactions. I don't blame others for my problems. To blame Trump, that's an old clip too, but to blame Trump, what policies are killing you? To blame stress factors of the world making you fat. No, your laziness, your inactive tendencies, your ability to not take accountability, your ability to not recognize if you're fat, you're fat. This is the thing where I'm not criticizing being fat. If you are, you are. It is what it is. Just stop blaming others for it. I recognize I'm not skinny, but I ain't gonna blame no one for my choices in life. This is why I hate it when women in particular say men hate women. When what a lot of men do, I'm not saying all, only hold women accountable. You are 100% accountable for the actions and words you say and do. That fat woman is 100% responsible for her becoming fat. And this is the problem where we want to make excuses, and this is why America is, I believe, the most obese nation in the world. Because we want to make excuses. We want to make fat acceptable. We want to make being fat the problem of the world, not your own problem. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't need to do anything. I was just asking you. I don't need to do anything. What do I need to do? I don't need to do anything. What are you going to do to me? Exactly. You will serve me. I will be somebody in here serving me. She'll serve you. What you think you going to do now? Tell me to calm down. Now tell me to be quiet. You better get my money, man. Somebody better get my money. Somebody better get my money before I start having a fool for me. Get my money. Put it right in. The same way I gave it to you. The same way I gave it to you. Don't throw nothing at me. Don't Get your manager, do whoever you need to. I don't care who you is. Somebody better tell me something. Somebody better tell me something. Yeah, well, the manager, whatever, I will beat the shit out your employee if she ever throw anything in my face. I'm not going nowhere. I want her to pick my shit up, give me my money the same way I gave it to her. No, I'm not moving. Somebody better go behind here, give me my money, get my order, and that's really that. Mister, you need me to go to jail, crack you in your head early in the morning or something. You fucking throw my money.
You know, we don't have enough black creators talking about this. We don't. Because this is the thing. Because of social media, this is what represents the community. This is what represents the community. And we don't have enough people talking out about it and condemning it or just saying that we need to do better. This is a thing where it's like there's no decorum, there's no class, there's only ghetto-ness. There's only aggressiveness, there's only anger, there's only intolerance, there's only hate. That's it. It is like, you know, I've seen countless videos of black people saying, I hate serving other black people. And then you wonder why people of other races say the exact same thing, and then you call that racist. It's that, you know what? We don't have enough people calling that shit out. Saying that, no, it's not racist. It's not racist. It's a problem. It's a problem. That, you know what? There's no good role models in the community. There's none. There's none. Because this is, I don't know, it's funny and it's sad because the few black people that make it out of the ratchetness, the ghetto-ness, they leave it behind. They don't look back behind it. They don't try to help because, you know what? Even they see that it's pointless, which is sad. It's really sad. Because looking at that is sad because this is why there's no community. This is why things are going down. And honestly, this is why I find it stupid to blame the white man for all the problems, blame the past for what's happening now, you know, because honestly, at the end of the day, let's say this, let's say hypothetical, reparation happens. You get millions or you get housing, you get whatever, which Section 8 is a thing. You do get housing, there is money that goes to the community, but fine, whatever. Let's say it happens. You think that will be weeded out? You think that would change? You think the killings of your brothers and sisters by your brothers and sisters would change? I don't think so. Free money does not change a personality, does not change work ethics, does not change morality, does not change character. Sometimes it makes it worse. So it's just shit like this is sad. It really is, because you want to see a community does better. I personally believe white people in general, of course, there's the terrible people, but I personally believe white people, most people, all people want all communities to do well. We're all human beings. Okay? We only separate ourselves because we want to.
My husband surprised his son by taking him to the prom.
Leave it for context. The father's not liking it.
I know. Come on, I need to, excuse me. I love the internet.
I honestly believe having women lead your community, lead your family, will lead it to its failure, to lead it to its downfall. We have, in so many generations, not had to deal with this BS. And women are complaining about it too. Men aren't men anymore and all this stuff. Well, guess what? It's thanks to you. It's thanks to you. You wanted to change. You promoted the change. You did everything you can to have things change. Yeah. Men are softer than ever. Men are feminine than ever. Men are wanting to become women. Men are wanting to become women instead of embracing, accepting, loving themselves for who they are. No, they need to become women. They need to become women. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's just a sad thing because I'm seeing it more and more where a lot of men can't handle their emotions. A lot of men sees a bad life being a man, don't like being a man, so they want to be women. It's just a lot of mental disorder. I don't know. This is not going to bode well for our society, where we're seeing the changes. We're seeing women at the head of this helm, right? At the head of this ship, and it's sinking. It is.
Mr. G, you are not the father.
I wanna take you somewhere that you know I can, but it's so cold.
I'm sorry, Mr. G.
I brought you daffodils on a pretty street.
I'm very sorry. I can see that hurt to hear. You are shaking.
I know.
I feel your nervousness from here. Are you okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Benny, you
so tired.
are not the father.
I wanna cry and I wanna love. I'm still
You said earlier that if Robin was not your biological child, it causes you to doubt whether or not you truly are the biological father of Jermaine Benning Jr. And because of that doubt, the court wants to make sure when you leave here you have the whole truth. Mr. Benning, what are your hopes?
I hope Jermaine's mine. I really do. It'd be good to know at least one of my kids is mine.
Mr. Benning, you are not the father. I didn't know that was going to come out like that. Mr. Rasmussen, you are not the father. Miss Miller. Miss Miller, I'm sorry. That's a lot of nerve considering the alternative is somebody that don't want nothing to do with you or your child. I'm sorry. That's a lot of nerve. But that cheering you did, what you cheering? I'm a single mother with nobody that loves me or my child. What you cheering for? No, you weren't. He is over here breaking down because he loves this child so much. I sit here day after day after day with women hoping a man would drive 16 miles to see their baby, much less 160 miles each way. And you have no compassion for not just him, but for Zaylee. She's 3 years old. Now, he's not just going to be heartbroken. He got to break his news to her.
I would never believe the propaganda that women are empathetic. Now, maybe at individual cases, but women, just because you're a woman doesn't make you empathetic, doesn't make you caring and loving and whatever. No, maybe the individual, not just because you're a woman. Because this is disgusting. This is the thing where women would never understand the pains of men. They never do. They never would want to understand it. This is the thing where, why do you think even men in good relationships want to know, have paternity tests? It's not like he wants to distrust you. It's that he knows the pain. He knows the pain. If he finds out that this child's not his, even the 0.1% if this child's not his, because this is the thing where women will know 100% if that's their child. Men don't. Men don't. All men go by is just the trust of a woman. And I can tell you this: trusting people in general, it's a lose-lose thing. It's like. Because I bet you all these women have said, "Oh yeah, you trust me. I would never cheat on you, all this stuff," and yet you see, contrary to the belief, it's just sad.